Wow, YSL and Tom Ford in one video? I cannot contain myself. We are going to look at the YSL Make Me Blush liquid blushes and our Tom Ford new formula eyeshadow today with me, Rebecca. I am a fashion and beauty journalist. I have done this for a very, very long time and worked with some of the biggest names in the beauty biz, and I have brought not fit for print beauty here to YouTube so that you have a sort of a live, as someone suggested I should say, beauty magazine here on YouTube. All right, so let's get into it. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about here. I want to give you the info, and then I got a lot of face washes ahead of me to try on some different shades, but only one eyeshadow shade. So let's start with the eyeshadow shade, as it is the king himself, Mr. Tom Ford, who was once the creative director of Saint Laurent. So it fits in beautifully. All right, we have a new formula, Tom Ford 2 quads out, Rose Veil, which I didn't pick up, and Metallic Mauve, or Mauve, which I have right here. And don't worry, I got you. We are going to look at swatches in 2 different lights. Yes, this is $95. Yes, we just need to stop talking about it because that's what the darn thing costs. You know, these are luxury products. Are they too expensive? Well, yeah. But should I tell you not to buy them? I don't know. I don't know what you owe and what your financial situation is. And I'm sure you wouldn't want me to know. You know, so I'm just reviewing them. You make your own financial decisions. $95 is very steep, though. Do I think it's steep? Yeah, sure I do. Okay, so this is a little bit of a new formula. I will say throughout this video, this is the first time you're going to hear this of many times, hey, I'm not one to ask about the formula because I've made peace with his wet dry formula. I love the cream formula. The other Tom Ford formulas I've never been married to, frankly. So I welcome a change. I do think this is a pretty one. I'm wearing it now. But you'll hear my thoughts as I demo it, and then I'll give you more thoughts towards the end. But this is the Metallic Mauve. There's also Rose Veil, which I am kind of interested in looking at now. There was a bit of a weird switcheroo, which I think has been fixed on the website, where they had the wrong pictures with the wrong names. It was very confusing. I didn't know which one I was going to get till it came. And they went in and out of stock, and I think I really wanted to pick up both, but I was saved by the bell kind of on spending too much. It gets a bit pricey, but these are real pretty. We're going to talk about them more in just a moment. But we do want to give some time here to the YSL or Saint Laurent Make Me Blush liquid blush. There are 6 of these. I picked up, as you can see, 3 of them, so 50% of the collection. They are $39 each. Like I said, 6 shades. They promise 12-hour wear. They dry to a powder, and they suggest you apply 1, 2, or 3 drops. Do you know who that reminds me of? Charlotte Tilbury used to tell us that, didn't she, with her light wand? Or was it her blush wand? Long before that, she used to say, put on 1, 2, or 3 drops. That's what she used to say. So Saint Laurent has taken a page out of that book. I picked up the shade 37, which is kind of a peachy nude. I'll swatch them for you. 44, which is Nude Lavelli, and 69, which is Lavender Lus, and is not my shade at all, obviously. I thought it would be a little more electric. It just kind of comes off like white out on me, but you'll see. And of course, everybody's got different skin tones that they're working with. So I think what YSL is trying to do, if I may be so bold with these blushes, is to take what we like about a liquid blush, which is ease of application, and take away what we hate about liquid blushes, which is that they're sticky, and which is that they don't last. So this promises 12-hour wear, and it dries to a powder. It does dry to a powder. I will be testing the wear. I did have somebody who said, please, I have so much trouble getting liquid blushes that last. Could you report in on how the blushes are lasting? So after the demo, I will put that on the screen because your wish is my command. I'm very community-centered here, as you guys know. Okay, all of these products will be down below for you to peruse in the description bar, and where I can, I will stick them up here in YouTube shopping as well, so you can kind of click and see them. At least in North America now, but it's spreading. Check out also down below information on our Facebook page. Thank you to Helen, who's sweating it out over there working. And I do also run a membership here on YouTube. Less than $5 a month gets you weekly lives, and we have a lot of fun on that. Plus all sorts of other stuff down there, and catch me on Instagram and TikTok, of course, and all that good stuff. You can get all that information below if you want to be a bigger part of this community, we would love to have you. Let's look at some ingredients, shall we? First of all, here are the ingredients to our Tom Ford Metallic Mauve palette. Take a look-see. Make sure there's nothing you're allergic to, or we'll give you a headache. And freeze it if you need to. And if you got that, then how about some YSL Make Me Blush liquid blushes? There's many shades, and oftentimes shades have different formulations and ingredients, but I do the best I can. Please note. Okay, how about some swatcheroos? All right, let's look at these in studio light first. Here is the palette as it is laid out in the pans, and then we have our YSL Make Me Blush in Peachy Nude, Nude Lavelli, I don't know if I'm saying it right, and Lavender Lus. Could it be a Nude Lavea? Lavei? I don't know. I usually look it up. Today I didn't. I'm tired. Don't sue me. All right, if you don't like how you can see that in studio lighting, I would probably agree with you. So let's take it outside, shall we? Into the warm California sunshine, the hot California sunshine. There's our Tom Ford Metallic Mauve. Look at those glitter shades. Oh, some people are going to be like, ew, I hate glitter. I don't think it comes off glittery. I think it comes off nice and wet. It's pretty. And then the YSL Make Me Blush in Peachy Nude, Nude Lavelli, and Lavender Lus, which just looks like white on me. But, you know, I had to try it. I just had to try it. All right, I want to go to the demos now. There's a lot of face washing coming up because we're going to try on each of these blushes and watch for how they last and my thoughts on all of these, including this new formulation from Tom Ford. Make sure you subscribe. It really helps. I love it. Here we go. Okay, before we try on our Tom Ford, let's do one of our 3 blushes. I do have 3 different brushes here, so we won't infect any of them, and we're gonna have to do a few face washes too. It's not that I'm not used to it. Okay, let's start with the Make Me Blush in the shade 37. This is a peachy nude shade. We're supposed to do 1, 2, or 3. So let's start with a 1. Maybe we'll do the sides differently. This is a Merit brush. Here is 1. Ooh, I like the way it blends. Very nice. Unlike our friends over at Hourglass who did one for us that was actually potent. I think if you put it on a drop of paper, it would have burnt a hole in it. No, it wasn't uncomfortable. I just mean it was potent. Okay, that's 1. Let's do 2 over here and see what happens, huh? Let's see. Hopefully that will blend just as nicely. What do you think of that color? Isn't that pretty? 2, 1. Let's do 3. There's another one on this side. Well, let's make it a good one. Let's make it count. How about it, huh? Okay, now we got 3. So that's about as extreme as they suggest you get with these YSL blushes. And this side is about as gentle as they suggest you get. 1 dot, 3 dots. Let's do 2 more here and even it out. See what we think. I'm gonna wash my face anyway, right? Let's even it out. I usually do them a little bit darker than this, but I actually think you guys are getting a good idea. So this is actually really pretty. It has kind of a nice natural finish. The question, of course, is how long will this last? And what I am going to do is I am going to pick one of these and wear it all day, long before I edit. So remember, we're going to tell you down here, there'll be updates how long this blush lasts, okay? Because I did have some requests for that. All right, so there we go. That is the number 37 in that peachy nude shade. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go wash my face off because we've got a Tom Ford palette to try on. We're so busy. And we've got 2 more of these Saint Laurent blushes. Stay right there. Okay, face wash number 1 is done in preparation for blush number 2. Loving the number 1 shade, and I will tell you, had some other things to do, wore it for a few hours, and it lasted really nicely. Okay, let's try this number 44, which is the Nude Lavelli? Lavea? Okay, we'll do the same thing we did before. I do have a clean brush. We'll do 1. Ooh, that's pretty. Clean Merit brush. I got tons of them. Okay, this is a little bit, already, when I do 3, that's 1. So this is a deeper shade. This is a much deeper shade than our 37 Peachy Nude. That is only 1 little dot, and it is much more intense. I can't imagine doing 3 on the side. but you know I'm gonna. Okay, let's go ahead and do 1, 2. Whew. That's almost 2.5, isn't it? Not trying to cheat. Okay, let's see what we got here. Pretty. Let's give it another dip. And do a third. Okay. That's a thick one. I know it's small, but it's thick. Okay. So. We got 1 drop. That's the lightest this shade is going to go on my light, medium, neutral skin. Just kind of let you know where you're at. And this is 3. And I'm going to wash it off anyway, so let's even it out. And do 2 more over here. Okay. Wow. And again, please look underneath, because I will let you know how these shades tend to last. I will have some time to play with them before I edit. That's pretty. That's a really pretty one. Well, let's go ahead and put on our Tom Ford palette, shall we? Our metallic mauve, and let's try this formula. I always go back and forth, mauve or mauve. They're both correct. This will be interesting. These glittery formulas are really glittery, but they end up just kind of looking really pretty and wet, right? So I'm kind of excited about this. Everyone wanted to see the metallic mauve, but Lisa F mentioned on our membership live, you know, we have a membership here on YouTube. We have weekly lives. It's, you know, a little under $5 a month. And she mentioned she actually wanted to see the rose veil because everyone was showing the metallic mauve, but I'd already purchased this one. So I'm sorry, Lisa. Okay, let's go ahead and try this. And I'm going to put it over both eyes. Now, I am a great candidate for this because though I love the Tom Ford cream shadows and I have come to respect the Tom Ford wet dry shadows, I've never been a huge fan of his other shadow formulations. So I'm one of these people that kind of welcomes the formula change. And so far, I find this very pretty. Okay, let's see what we got here. These are Wayne Goss brushes that we're using today, by the way. This is a number 17. And then I'm going to take also a Wayne Goss. We're using all Wayne Goss today. This is the E5, and I'm going to just kind of run this underneath. Oh, so far, I like this palette. So far, I like the formula. I haven't tried the other. Okay, let's stick with that 17 because let's not make brush laundry when we don't need to. And we'll go into this right here and just kind of do that right there. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Oh, love it. But you know, you guys, I love rosy shades. I love mauve. Never know how to say it, but I love it. I'm going to deepen the crease a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know what others are saying, but that's pretty. I guess the proof is in the pudding, and the pudding are these shades here. I don't know. It looks pretty to me. Let's see. Oh, that's, oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is pretty. Yeah, it does. It looks wet, not glittery. Oh, wow. Oh, be still my heart. No fallout. Okay, let me get a little brush here. Let's get a little Wayne Goss action in a number 7 brush, and let's take this really glittery shade here and just stick it into the inner corner. Frankly, I don't think it needs it, but I just want to try all the shades with you guys. Yeah, this doesn't come off as glitter. It comes off as wet, I think. In my humble opinion, that's not so humble. Let me go back to this. This is 17, and just kind of blend a little more. It's purpley. It's happy. People-pleasing purple is pretty. A lot of alliteration. All right, I am a fan. That is a very simple look, but I think it's really pretty. You know, I mean, we're paying through the nose for these darn Tom Ford palettes. Might as well be sophisticated and pretty, and I think it achieved that. Oh, I'm kind of interested in the rose veil now. I agree with you, Lisa F. Kind of interested in that. We do have one more blush, so let me go. I won't touch the eyes, but let me go scrape this off my cheeks with the wet cloth, and let's try our last Saint Laurent blush that I picked up. Okay, stay right there. One more blush of the few that I bought. I bought 50% of the collection. And then I'll give you my thoughts on everything. And don't forget to look below for how long these blushes are going to last on me. I'll give them a test. Okay, Lavender Lus, I'm guessing. L-U-S, I'm guessing that would be loose. Lavender Light. So this is 69. One here. Ooh, this, I don't know about this with my skin tone. Let's give it a try. I brought a Refer BO2 out here. This is their foundation brush, but it works for liquid. Well, I don't know. That'd be pretty on the eyes, wouldn't it? Ooh, I might look a little bit like a corpse. That's one. I mean, at one, it's kind of harmless, but I don't know that it does me any favors. You know what I mean? I think I need a little bit more warmth. I'm going to look a little dead here. Let's try it, though, too. Oh. I feel like such a risk taker. Be my accomplice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is for the ladies and gentlemen who are very fair-skinned with if you are super fair-skinned, you're going to go ballistic, and the Cool Tone Revolution is going to lose their mind over that. Let's do a third. You know the Cool Tone Revolution Army. Free to join here. Just state that you're a member, and it is all those people in my audience who can't wait for things to start being cool-toned again. They're sick of all these warm shades and neutral shades that are actually warm. So maybe you're a member of the Cool Tone Revolution Army. You can go ahead and give yourself a ranking, too. 12-star down roll if you want. Why not? I think my cheeks just eat that up. That's 3 dots. Let me do 3 over here, and I'll do a good solid 3. I think that was fun. That had 1 on already, guys, so let me just make them a little darker. Okay, I think my cheeks are just eating it up, or what it's actually doing is it's almost white on me, so it's almost just kind of serving to like lighten my complexion products. I don't really know. It's coming off bubble gum on me. I'm not really sure that's doing me any favors, but I'm glad I tried it for you guys. I have a light, medium, neutral skin. Maybe if it's mixed with something, definitely these feel like a powder. Maybe if it's mixed with something, I don't think that's my shade. Nothing against it, but I don't think it's my shade. And in fact, I think for the most part, it's just kind of sucked into my cheeks. So when I test the longevity of the shades tomorrow, before I edit this, I will, I'll wear a different shade. Because this, I'm going to tell you, this one didn't last when I put it right on. So let's get this mirror out of the way here, and let's talk a little bit about what we got here. I think the Tom Ford Metallic Mauve is gorgeous. I think it's $95. So, you know, again, not your bank manager. Don't know what your checking account looks like. Don't know what kind of credit card debt you're in. Can't tell you what to do. Don't want to tell you what to do. But if you can afford a little splurge and you'd like a little pick-me-up, I think this is a pretty one. It's just mauve and rosy, purpley things, Rebecca, like everybody does. Yeah, but they sell because it's pretty. It's really pretty. Don't be afraid of the glitter. It's not doing any fallout on me, and I think it just looks wet. So I'm going with Gorge on the Tom Ford, like in the new formula too. Never was completely devoted to the original formula, except for the cream. I do love me the cream. But the other formulas, you know, I've come to be at peace with the wet dry, and the rest of it I'm just could take or leave. So understand what point of view I'm coming from. Sorry, my Tom Ford fanatics, but I like this formula. Okay, the Saint Laurent, the YSL Make Me Blush liquid blushes, I think are super pretty. Yes, they go on like a liquid. Yes, they have a powder finish. They are not sticky. You will not get your hair caught in them. You will not catch gnats as you walk down the street. Of the 3 out of 6 shades that I tried, I can tell you right now that if you have a nice cool complexion and a fair cool complexion, you will like this Lavender Lus. Anybody else? It just looks like a white that I added into my foundation to lighten it. I mean, I might think differently on editing. And I'll give a wear test to one of these 2. I think that Nude Love It, that middle shade that I tried on right before the eyeshadow, was actually for my favorite. But we'll see. It says 12-hour wear, and I will indeed let you know, and have let you know a few times down below. But in terms of the use of the product, it feels nice. I think what a lot of these these brands have done is they've taken away what we don't like about liquid. So it's the ease of application with liquid without you know, what we don't like about liquid, which is that it feels sticky or balmy when it's on, or that it wears off too quickly. So YSL is trying to address that by making it dry to a powder, making it not, you know, sticky, and making it last 12 hours, if indeed it does. You've seen before I do, you know. So both really, really nice products, albeit a bit pricey. But what do you think? I mean, that matters. It's not just about me up here chatting away at you. We are a community. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you thought of these shades on me. Tell me what shades you're thinking of picking up, please. Let me know all of that information down below. That's what makes us a community. Make sure that you share and like. And if you really liked it, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. It's a great compliment. And that is how I can continue to grow bigger and bigger, and soon world domination. In makeup or something like that. I don't know. I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.